Halo 2 PC has been released on Steam, featuring both Halo 2 Classic and Halo 2 Anniversary, and boy, has it been something. It has been underwhelming at best, and at worst, well, it's been an utter and complete disaster. Halo 2 Classic is back to its MCC roots by spawning players into 5v4 ranked matches, and also introduced the Revenge of Cortana, where shooting a rocket has a 50% chance of teleporting into your teammate. But no worries, if you're having a rough game, you can grab the shotgun and shoot yourself in your neuterized Spartan sack for a free kill. What happened to "it's ready when it's ready"? What are these flight tests even for? I played dozens of hours of the Halo 2 Classic flight test, and not once did my rocket or grenade disappear into slipspace. Changes to the coding had to have been made prior to release for this to happen. Changes that were absolutely not play tested enough. If changes are made, we absolutely should have another flight test for those changes. Why are we expected to pay to play test this game for the developers? Halo 2 Anniversary is technically better, but there are still a plethora of issues such as lack of content, controller aim assist, and technical issues that will drive you into rampancy. With seemingly another failure under 343's belt and Halo Infinite on the horizon, can we still have faith in the revival of Halo? Or should we give up on Halo and become the person our parents always thought we would be? MCC PC saw the same bump in player count that it saw with the addition of Halo CE being added to the collection, but has already dropped to half of that in less than a week. And part of me just accepts it for what it is. But then I see comments on the internet using the failure of MCC as a reason that Halo Infinite needs advanced movement, since no one wants to play classic Halo. People want to act like the failure of MCC on both Xbox and PC thus far is because of the gameplay, not because of 343's inability to successfully launch a video game. How can you expect a game, no matter how great the gameplay is, to succeed when the game is completely riddled with bugs and the developer doesn't seem to understand what players want? And what do I mean by that? Well, let me elaborate. First off, why does this still happen?
Loading, we made it.
Let's go.
Still connected. See if I'm hold select.
Nope, you're outie. Love it. This game fucking sucks.
No.
Alright, I fucking thought I got in! What the fuck?
You didn't get in?
Look at my
Says
screen,
you're in
yo.
here. Says you're in here.
Well, let
You
us
just
sit
loaded
and
it
we'll
in.
get in.
Maybe. Nope. Rejected! Fucking thanks. This used to happen to me back on Xbox MCC before they started the whole crusade to fix MCC. You fail to connect to a game because they just can't put you in, then you get banned for quitting. How do you expect to get new players into your game when you can't connect to games with a party? I have to try so hard to have fun playing MCC PC. It's just not fun. And when I'm saying that, someone who almost exclusively plays Halo, how is this game supposed to succeed? But let's assume you do get into games without any issues. Let's talk about the playlists. It's no secret that Slayer is and will forever be the most popular playlist in Halo. In every game, Social Slayer is by far the most played. So why are the ranked playlists only hardcore? Let's not forget the fact that H2A Hardcore only has 3 maps. You play the same 3 maps over and over and over. I don't think anyone expected more maps to be added to H2A. But who would want to switch over to Halo 2 Classic just to play more maps when the game is basically unplayable? But back to the settings. Personally, I prefer the hardcore playlists. But I'm not most people. Hardcore MLG playlists are one of, if not the most niche playlists in Halo, in every single game. People by and large prefer playing vanilla Halo, and that's just a fact. So why is there no ranked Slayer playlist? Is it a population thing? Are 343 gonna reference the Reach Team Slayer playlist that was dead? Well, that playlist never had a chance because it wasn't there at launch and wasn't added till the game lost 90% of its population. And if population was the issue, why not make the Ranked Team Slayer playlist include Halo 2 Classic, Halo 2 Anniversary, and Halo Reach, instead of having separate playlists for each game? A successful Halo game needs a Ranked Team Slayer playlist, a Ranked Team Doubles playlist, and a Ranked Free-For-All playlist. I would even argue for Ranked Team Snipers and Ranked SWAT. But that's a little far-fetched if we can't even expect vanilla Slayer. I feel like 343 always mentions how too many playlists split the player base and ends up hurting player retention. Well, you guys are doing a great job by just giving everyone nothing to play instead. You know what isn't fun for new players? Hopping into a social game of free-for-all and matching vetoed going 25-0 every game. And sure, the social match fixer is great. You can fine-tune the social matches you want to play. But a lot of the dedicated player base got addicted to Halo playing ranked, grinding for that level 50. As much as I love Halo, after a couple hours of exclusive social matchmaking, I'm ready to drink an entire bottle of NyQuil and hope I never wake up. For a game that was supposed to bring Halo to the biggest platform in the world, making the franchise more accessible than ever before, it sure does lack content. Speaking of lacking content, well, at least we have Forge and Theater mode this time around. Well, at least we have Theater. No one likes playing custom maps on PC or anything anyway. But if you're like me, at least you can hop into a replay of your hardcore H2A game to try and learn from your mistakes and realize you're so clueless you don't even know what you're doing wrong. This game needed to launch with a full set of ranked playlists, with Forge and Theater, with modding tools and a custom games browser where you can easily find and download creative games and maps made by the people that actually care about this game. It's oversights like these that make the difference between Halo being a top 10 game on Steam and Halo becoming that game everyone hates that they wasted their money on. This is PC gaming. Why is there no server browser? When Halo CE came out, why couldn't I just hop into a Blood Gulch 24/7 server? Or just a designated playlist? I had to settle for a 1v1 Blood Gulch CTF with my friends since we spent 3 hours and couldn't get a game on Blood Gulch. It's ridiculous. Lack of content was brought up to 343 before, and they respond as if they're listening. But actions speak louder than words. For example, controller aim assist on PC. This was the biggest issue at launch for Halo Reach. Controller aim assist is too high on PC. 343 said they need to keep aim assist unchanged so that it keeps the possibility of crossplay open down the line. And again, this is a gross oversight. From what I can tell, 343 thinks they need to keep the numerical values in the code for aim assist consistent on Xbox and PC in order to enable crossplay. But for anyone with half a brain cell that plays on both PC and Xbox will tell you that at 144 FPS on PC with a higher FOV, aim assist feels way better on PC than Xbox, even if the values are the same. And they should be adjusted accordingly. They need to look at what's happening around them and act on it. People gave up on Reach in large numbers because of controller aim assist. Maybe not the only reason, but I would say the biggest reason. And nothing was changed to try and keep people playing. Now Halo 2 is out on PC, and guess what? People still aren't playing. I know people clown Summit for uninstalling MCC because of the controller aim assist issue. People want to say he's bad and can't hang, But at close to medium range, controller has a distinct advantage over keyboard and mouse. Maybe the best players in the world can still manage, but the average controller player is way better off than the average keyboard and mouse player. That's just a fact. On HCS Weekly, Summit said that he was most excited for Halo 2 Anniversary, that a pretty game with updated graphics had the best chance to succeed on PC. And guess what? He hasn't even bothered trying it. Halo had a chance to have the biggest streamer on the biggest streaming platform in the world playing your game to hundreds of thousands of people, if not more. And because of bad decisions being made on the development side, he isn't even interested in trying. I know I'm just non-stop complaining about this, and maybe some people are having fun with Halo 2 PC with no problems, and I don't want to rain on their parade. But it just seems like mistakes are being made at every single step of the way. I have nothing against 343. I just want Halo to stop getting the short end of the stick. I hate to be overly negative, I usually try and stay optimistic, but it just seems like 343 is not learning from the past and continue to make the same mistakes. I honestly thought that 343 turned a new leaf and was starting to get it the past few years. At the end of Halo 5, they finally updated competitive settings to what the community wanted. They implemented a custom servers browser into Halo 5, and they started focusing on content creation and the community. It seemed like they finally started hearing us and were giving us what we wanted. They always say, "Hey, we hear you." But actions speak louder than words. They say it's ready when it's ready. But then we get a broken MCC just like we did back in 2014. We get half a game devoid of content just like we did in 2015 with Halo 5. And with all the concerns around the release of Halo Infinite, from little to no info about the game or any gameplay whatsoever 6 months before launch, from 343 employees being forced to work from home, and the remaining MCC PC games still needing to be finished, my optimism for Halo Infinite is slowly fading away.